All the kids crowd around the street sign in front of the widow's house, now a makeshift school bus stop. The sidewalk cradles burnt-out cigarettes that the older boys smoked in the mornings when high school beckoned them from their beds before elementary could call our names. The younger boys pick them up and play their fathers, put the butts to their lips, and be grown. Vincent says he'll smoke a pack a day come the time to do that sort of thing, and all the boys' cheeks fill with fake nicotine and dastardly ambition. The other girls are too busy playing MASH in the corner to notice their future husbands making atrophy out of habit. The grass has grown long enough for me to feel comfortable on the ground as I wait for the yellow bus to bring purpose to our assembly. Miracle, the big girl from the house our mama told us stay away from, has engulfed my seat in shadow. Her mama named her Miracle because she survived the punches Crack took at her and the wire hanger she dodged. Now she just keeps on fighting, maybe afraid her mama's mistakes will try to kill her again. So I'm in the way of her fist today. And I did not know who Crack was, but I prayed he'd put his hands on her again so she'd leave me alone. My mama says that she's jealous of my hair, and that's why she finds her hands twisted in it every chance she gets. Miracle says I'm dark and ugly and in her way, and that deserves a beating. And ever since she said that, my lips been a triple dog dare none of the boys would take. The same boys who rub used cigarettes against their mouths every day before school, which could be a metaphor for the type of tar boys are willing to stomach. But I am too young to put metaphors in the place where the message is too clear to swallow, so I take the scene at face value. Crack must not hit too hard, I think, because he ain't leave no black on Miracles, nothing. Everything about that girl is light, her hair, her eyes, her skin, her tolerance. And I am old enough to know that my skin is not a bruise, but if so, why it hurts so bad? Why it caused me so much pain? When I look at myself in the mirror, I can hear the recessed rumors crackling in the distance. Miracle's mouth hissing, hushed and loud like a radio in between stations. Today, she's making up new names for my shade of skin. Doo-doo brown. Doo-doo being a funnier word than shit in the first grade, but it still feels like a cuss word. I should have said, your mama fiending so hard she'd light up a crack in the sidewalk, but I didn't learn knuck if you buck until the 8th grade, so I settled for tears. What's sad is she did so much talking, but all she had to do was stand next to me to make a statement. Everything about that girl was the opposite of me, and Lord, if she's a miracle, then what the hell am I? Random thoughts of a skinny, dark-skinned girl attempting to redefine her own blackness, or everything I wish I would have said instead of apologizing for my own identity. 1, no one prepared me to be the wrong type of black, but there's a method to melanin. Everything seems okay until the questions start rolling in, then you realize you've been getting it all wrong. 2, Thanksgiving in Emporia, Virginia, the kids' table. My cousins asked me questions to see how enunciated my answers would be. Their mouths aiming towards me, locked and loaded with white jokes, waited eagerly for the percussion of my consonants. I could never get slang to sit flat on my tongue, to crip walk past my teeth smooth enough to hang out with the black kids. Mama, you were so wrong. Ebonics are good for some things. 3, no, I'm black. Nah, just black. I'm sure. 4, smart-ass black boys ask dumb questions about my body. Yes, I am skinny. Nope, don't know where my butt is. You asking me, yo, where your titties at won't help me find them any quicker. 5, because black womanhood is determined by how much of a speed bump you would be, my body becomes a road less traveled. I don't know curves. I am narrow, bones and skin and knees and elbows. I can fit a training bra but go for wonder to fit in, which makes me less woman and more thing. Funny how boys will make you an object when your boobs don't quite fit their criteria to be vagina-worthy, but it still doesn't stop their hands. Just makes it more pick up and put down than manhandle. 6, I don't have a black card, so stop trying to take it away. I never got one. 7, if I have a daughter, The day before she goes to school, I will tell her, you are a skinny, dark-skinned girl with long hair and a vast vocabulary. When all the boys turn to the girl 3 shades lighter, but tell you you aren't black enough, remind them you look like their mother. Say, the son and I had a quickie this morning, and he left all this love-marked melanin to remind all the mortal boys how honey a black woman tastes, how you're supposed to love the whole of her 8. Sometimes I'm scared to say I'm magical. White hands love fire, and black and witch got a long history of burning 9. Sometimes I wish my skin was her own person, had her own mouth to tell them how black she really is. Then no one would dare question her melanin when she got a back built of last bus seat hair that waves like picket signs, North Stars for eyes, and a cauldron for a belly. 10. Black girl, you are beautiful, even when no one says it. You have a name, even when the world forgets.